Welcome back to Los Comics TV. I'm your host, Javier Hernandez. Today, it's Thursday, June 4th. So it's been well over a week since the last full episode. Although yesterday, I posted up a little extra bonus episode. It's a 10-minute inking video. No narration. I was inking one night, and I go, you know what? Let me just record this and put it up and share it. So, anyway, tonight I'm going to do this will be, I guess, part one, believe it or not. I'm going to do my first ever unboxing video. I just saw these, maybe a couple of years ago on YouTube. I'd see like a thing called unboxing, like action figure unboxing or manga unboxing, graphic novel collection. Like, what does that mean? So it's literally, it's like you're looking at here. Someone's recording themselves opening up some package they got in the mail or something they're opening up for the first time, something they bought or ordered or whatever. So yeah, I've recently been buying some manga, buying it online from various sources, nearby and quite afar. So they've been arriving, and I've been, kind of holding off on opening a certain box until something else came in. So this is yet something else. So I got the box on the side. So let's just get started, okay? This is basically, well, it's in the title already. So this is going to be manga by Go Nagai, which if you've seen this channel already before, you definitely heard that name. One of the big, long-time manga creators of Japan. So let me just start, right? Let's just do it. I'm gonna open this up. I know sometimes people already have the thing opened. Maybe it's safer to do that. I mean, for whatever reason, but this package looks pretty simple enough to open it. And there's that, you can't fake that excitement that, that certain, like, okay, we're both gonna experience this at the same time. All right. Okay, so, packaging here. It's a 24 can. Oh, wow. Asahi draft beer. So this, was put on, the extra cardboard was put on there for protection, which is, you always appreciate that. Okay, so here we go. What is this manga here by Go Nagai? Been creating comics over 50 years now. Famously most known for Devilman, Mazinger Z, Cutie Honey, amongst so much more, which is, we're going to get to some of that today, right now. Okay, so let me just really quick, this is a 6-volume set. Yeah, here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's put that to the side. So here we go. Yeah, these are the little small, I forgot what they call this. There's a certain name for this particular size. Pocket size, I guess you call it, but I forgot the Japanese name. Anyway, this is a series called Susano Oh. Susano Oh. Which I guess is, yeah, maybe you can see that better there, the white lettering on black. It's based on I guess an old Japanese god, or at least the idea for that. So anyway, here we go. It's just, man, so look, each one of these books is, how long is these, is a number on here? Be careful what I'm showing you. 306, about 310 pages. So there's 6 volumes. Yeah, do the math. So this was created in the late 70s, 79, 80, I believe. There's, these things are, these stories are originally serialized in, I don't know, 30 page increments or so. Well, 30 pages is so thin when you look at the whole size of the book. Maybe, yeah, so there's 30 pages right there, but who knows, maybe 50 or 60 pages. But they're serialized in these big, thick manga that either come out weekly or monthly. And then eventually, after a year or whatever, they'll collect it in a book series. So that's what this is. So, so basically, I have a few. I've bought some of these before in the past. They're hard to get a hold of. I mean, I mean just this series, just manga in general, like Japanese manga, especially if you want the whole set. So I buy a couple of I think I have 2 or 3 volumes of this, and they're they weren't in sequence. So not only can I not read the Japanese, but I'm going to have gaps between stories. But what I've looked online before, read about this, it's about this high school kid, and basically he has some high school hijinks of his here. There's always a gang of thugs. Look at this guy, it's awesome. Yeah, I'm a thug because I'm smoking, I got long hair, and I'm wearing one of these biker caps, right? I mean, of course he's a thug. Circa 1979. Yeah, it's about this high school kid, and I guess he becomes this, demonic entity, another one of those Go Nagai demon stories. So, yeah, here we go. So, like I said, I got 6 volumes of this stuff. I'm not going to go through every one. Maybe I will. We'll see really quick. But again, I kind of want to screen some of this stuff. Yeah, I remember having this chapter. Yeah, the kid's getting beat up by these thugs out in the forest, whatever. I mean, really doing a number on them. But yeah, so like this Go Nagai art, right? I mean, this is about what, 7 years after Devilman, so it's still in that what I call his prime, that prime artistic style of his. Of course, most of these Japanese creators work with a team of assistants because they're churning out these weekly chapters. Like I said, could be 20, 30, 40 pages a month. And I think at one time Go Nagai had about 5 different storylines in 5 different books, weekly or monthly, which is a hell of a lot of work. I mean, especially when it's a weekly grind. So I don't know how exactly he works or they work in general in Japan, but I'm going to imagine like the main creator, Go Nagai, does layouts of everything, rough layouts or quick layouts. And then of course you have the assistants. I'm going to imagine they're doing all the detail, that intricate detail, the backgrounds, right? All the rulers, you got to rule the windows, perspective lines and everything. And they're adding the screen tones. But, as the creator, you're calling the shots, and the characters all have to be on model the way you designed them and such. So I think here the guy's becoming, it's like he's getting one of these torturous, it's like he's hearing voices. Man, that's effective, isn't it? He's hearing voices, and yeah, just it kind of reminds me of a Carrie or something like this. He's having this psychic trauma. Windows are shattering and doors are bending, and yeah, it looks like he's turning into the character here. Looks like the Hulk, his shirt's ripping, and look at that. Wow, look at that inking on that, and then the one eye blazing up, and then the other eye crying. Look at that. That's great. Man, it's such a great combination of drama, horror. It's got like an emo vibe to it, right? And even though 1979 emo wasn't a word, but boy, yeah, I mean the artistry in this stuff was just fantastic. Wow, the different gray tones, the shading. Yeah, so let's see what happens here. It looks like he's walking down the street. This is great. That's such a great effect. There's a little mystery about it. Like I said, I'm gonna go. The way I read these, I just sit down, just go through the whole book. And here's flying on a slab of stone. Yeah, this is like full on, almost like X-Men type. Like Phoenix or something. He's got this. Seems to have this telekinesis. Super telekinetic powers, and he's tearing up the city. Yeah, the cops are scared of him here. The guns are melting. But just the artistry, right? The black silhouette, with these explosions behind him, with the wide eye. I mean, how many times have you seen other artists do this effect? I'll be doing this soon. I mean, look at that. That's too good to pass up. And a black silhouette. Yeah, look at that. He walks by the girl. I guess this is his debut. Shows up, tears up the city, and I guess now he turned. It's like the Hulk, so now he's turning back into back into his regular self. So, right, how do you cope? Yeah, there he is. How do you cope with this? Yeah, this is a great, it's one of those classic story tropes. The guy who turns into some uncontrollable, raging thing, you know. So, yeah, more school hijinks. But yeah, no, it's great to have the whole set. So like this Susano Oh storyline, it ran for about a year or so, I think. But you know, like a lot of his properties, Go Nagai's property, and just in general in Japan, there'll be like a, I hate to use the word reboot, but there'll maybe a continuation story, or I notice a lot of times in his stuff, it's just like a whole nother spin. Maybe 10 years later, he does another spin on the idea. It changes it up a little bit. Sometimes they do like a future version. So anyway, that's kind of neat. That's, you know, one of the benefits of owning your own work. You know, he calls the shots of however he wants to tell the next story, and then he just submits it to the publisher. So here's some, yeah, just some more of this psychic. Wow, psychic trauma. Look at that. Yeah, I think a lot of the Phoenix, Dark Phoenix from X-Men, just that psychic power. That maelstrom of just, you know, psychic energy. Yeah, these guys keep showing up, these bad boys. Yeah, these guys are, look at it. Design, the pompadour on that guy, the fro on this guy. I mean, these guys, yeah, they're just thugs, right? I love when they stick a cigarette in their mouth. Like, okay, they're obviously, okay, so I guess now this guy's kind of our main hero here. Now he's smoking a cigarette, so maybe he's hanging out with the bad crowd. Is he trying to blend in? Is he trying to infiltrate them, right? Wow, look at this boxing scene here. Yeah, I've seen some of this before. Kind of reminds me of the was it Boxer Joe? Ashita no Joe? That's a famous Japanese manga, I think from the 70s, probably early 70s, mid 70s, about a boxer. It's like this, it was this epic story, and I think in the graphic novel, in the series, I think the boxer dies, and then like in Japan, like the actual regular people, there was these huge mass funerals, or one big massive funeral for the character. But anyway, that's not this one, but just reminded me of boxing. The thing about Japanese comics, they have a whole huge amount of genre available to readers, not just superhero adventure, but they got historical, they got boxing, they got, I don't know, sushi comics. I mean, everything, right? Rom-com, romantic comedies, coming of age, teen angst, historical. But anyway, Go Nagai is definitely here in the supernatural horror. But then, like I said, here's just a regular boxing match. There's no superpowers involved. But I mean, boy, look at the way it's portrayed, right? You think these guys were Superman and Shazam going at it? Boy, that is great. That is great cartooning. Look at that. And of course, Japanese comics famous for speed lines, right? He's throwing the punch here. So in an American comic, we would just put the speed line from the fist to the back where it came from. But in Japan, they put the speed lines in the whole panel, which really just elevates the whole sense of fury in the comic. Man, this is really cool. So yeah, like I said, I guess I don't want to spoil this too much for myself either. Yeah, look at that double page spread. More fight scenes here, man. Look at that. Yeah, this is man, the action is poured on here, and it's not even, he's not even turned into the that demon deity yet. Susano Oh. Look at that great shot, right? Silhouette, black silhouette, framed by pure white, and then these radiating lines. Man, it's always be cool to see like the original art for this stuff. You know, I don't think it's as big as the 11 by 17 American size, but my gosh, I mean, look at that stuff. Yeah, just sure. Oh man, okay, look at, wow. So this guy's fighting the group. Look at this guy here. With his mouth all busted open. I mean, that is something else, folks. This guy's head snapping back, and it looks like it's, man, I don't know if the back of the head blew up, or it's definitely blood from that full face punch. A great shot of an arena with the crowd. Yeah, who wants to draw 1,000 people all around? So they start fading out here. And then since there's all this explosive energy, it's like, well, it's a big bright light. It would kind of wash out all those people, right? You are in control as the storyteller, right, in a comic. Just like a film, but yeah, you control every panel. You control the speed of the reading experience. Well, you don't control it, the reader controls it, but you can try to slow it down by slowing down the action or speeding it up. You know, there's differences between American comics and Japanese comics and then European comics, French comics. And yet, at the same time, there's some similarities. There's some basic, I guess, components to just telling a story on a piece of white paper with black lines all over it. It's like, she's not happy with what's going on, or... And then that Go Nagai, you know, that whole like, huh? 50 pages ago, he was some demonic entity tearing up the city, right? Then he's this regular kid again, this awkward, like, huh? I love that. That's great acting, right? So yeah, that's so we're down to 3. Number 4. Wow. So okay, so is it the same boxing scene or another boxing? They had a lot of boxing in this comic, which is interesting. All messed up here. Yeah, this is I didn't expect it to be so, you know, boxing heavy. Nothing wrong with that. It's not something, you know, you're thinking like you got a story with this, you know, super powerful, you know, deity here. You think it's going to be all just him tearing up the city or fighting whatever he's going to fight, but it's that you know, it's that human element, which I always say, actually, the thing I love about certain comic characters is it's the whole secret identity, right? Like Peter Parker, at least the original Stan Lee Ditko run, which is my favorite. You know, I always thought, I mean, of course, we like it because it's Spider-Man and, you know, the action, the costume, and the villains and the fights and all that. But the character Peter Parker and his supporting cast are so interesting, and his, you know, interaction with them, his aunt, the friends, his boss, Jonah Jameson. Like, you know, you could almost just get caught up watching, you know, reading about that stuff. Excuse me, let me take a sip here. So that's what I'm noticing with a lot of this. Whatever reason this kid's fighting this other guy over a couple of boxing matches. Whoops, there we go. That's definitely going a guy. Hey, we got an ant here or something. Someone's on, don't kill it. Okay, I won't kill it. Let me get it out of here though. There, yeah, I didn't kill it off camera, so it can call more of its ant friends. Anyway, yeah, it's a Go Nagai trope for sure. Which, yeah, when he came out early on, you know, in his early career, late 60s, doing his stuff, he got a lot of flack from, I guess, the PTA, which I guess the PTA is still around in this country too, right? But yeah, a lot of flack for, you know, doing these type of comics, and then the publisher would put him in these, you know, weekly children's collections. So he was the, like, you know, bad boy of comics way in the beginning in Japan, and he's never flinched from that. But, you know, he's not just that. He's also, like I said, very inventive, very creative. I mean, you know, the proof's right here in this stuff. So now we're getting like this car, you know, motorcycle bike chase fight. So, wow, look at these guys. Now we're getting some character in a hoodie and a mask and a cross. And then this big thug. Yeah, are we getting away from just, you know, high school gangs? Are these guys something? Yeah, maybe there's something else. So, which is not surprising because what we said of, he turns into this huge demonic deity. Well, there he goes, blowing up. Wow, man, look at the detail on the bike here. Man, this is just wild. Boxing matches, motorcycle chases, high school fights. Nice double page spread there. Wow, something's flaring up here. Anyway, well, yeah, like I said, when I go through this, I'm gonna spend more time. Hopefully, you can see the. Just look at the work there to do all those lines. I mean, wow. Hence, you need a team of assistants. Be really curious to see like footage of like how the team works. You know, I've seen like drawings of it. Go Nagai's done some auto-bio stuff, and you know, there's a row of tables here. He's at the front row drawing, and then there's like maybe 3 or 4 people this side, one on the end, another 3 or 4 here. Maybe just the page just literally goes down the row, and everybody's assigned either inking a particular style of thing, like people, backgrounds, or the tones, or yeah, I'm not sure. We don't know how that works, and maybe we never are supposed to find out. Maybe that's just the whole. You know, it's like, well, here's the author is up, you know, right here, Go Nagai, and then Dynamic Productions is studio. So you know, it's different than the American comic system. Whereas here, we're very adamant about who, you know, the writer's credited, the penciler, the inker, if it's a different person, the colorist, the letterer, the editor. You know, those rights were fought for really hard to make sure everyone's credited. It's just a different system in Japan, you know. So I don't know. We can't sit there and compare ours to theirs, saying, hey, you should credit every single person who worked on this book. I mean, you know, that's just, I gotta say, it's a different country, so it's a different system. So, and I'm a cartoonist who believes in, you know, creator rights and, you know, crediting people, you know, their proper due. So anyway, and here's the last two. For what I understand, this so here's a good shot of the I think so. I'm thinking the you know, this demon's character name is Susano Oh. The high school kid, what was his name? I actually have it written down here on this side. Shingo Susa. So Shingo Susa is the kid. So yeah, I guess the entity, the demon, the deity, whatever, I'm not sure exactly what side it falls on. That's it right there. A 3-horned, wow, giant demon. So let's look through this just to see if we can get a shot. Because like I said, we have, oh no, now we're going into some type of sword fight. Those wooden sword, I know there's a name for the wooden swords. But wow, look at that. Went from motorcycle chase, boxing matches. Now they're both decked out in the full gear here. Wow. Again, that's what I love about these type of comics. We're just all over the place as far as, man, look at this. The speed lines, all the grains of sand. Man, this is just, man, such a visual delight. Like I said, this is just things you just, you know, admire as you look through the story, but also just each individual piece of art. It's an interesting, great-looking character with the mask. Yeah, so I guess everybody here is watching these two guys duke it out in this pit. Look at that guy. It's a very Go Nagai character. Big old dude. Big bulky dude. Man, it's an intense fight. Ooh, I like that. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 6-headed. Wow, 6-headed demon type thing in space. Actually, I did a drawing like this recently. Again, you know, it's been something done before. But boy, look how beautiful that is. That silhouette, right? Those heads. Reminds me of, from Godzilla, King Ghidorah. The 3-headed giant dragon. Okay, so then some older, you know, you see some mysterious priest type character, you know? It's like I said, I'm gonna do a quicker skim through. Wow, look at that punch. Look how long the arm's extended, and then the guy's head snaps back. Man, oh man, this is gonna be something about the small size. I'm not gonna stick my head in the shot, but you know, you're gonna have to pull it up to your face to just really be able to I'm not gonna physically read it, literally read it, but to just take it all in. So you know, you don't see American comics this size for the most part. Although we did have a digest size, right? But I mean, look how intimate the experience is. This big, thick, 300-page book, and you're gonna have to just put your nose in it and just, you know, read it, absorb it. A beheading, that's a Go Nagai trope there as well. This character reminds me of from one of the villains from his series Cutie Honey. The villain has like these, no, maybe it's a different one. I don't remember. It's got like these weird rabbit ear type things sticking out. So, you know, he has a repertoire of characters he brings in, or at least designs he brings in and out. So, okay, now we're getting to I saw some nudity here, female nudity, which I, you know, because I don't want to get flagged on this channel. Look at this here. There's our Susano Oh. Look at that giant, wow, giant-sized demon. Oh my god! Uh-oh, hang on. He grabs this guy, opens his mouth, and oh man, did he? No, it's like the guy got away, right? His head's still on him. Oh, look at this thing. This is great. Wow, yeah. It's destruction of the freeway here. Wow. And then, so book 6. And like I said, I think I said this. I heard that the original storyline was never finished. So I don't know if I'll be able to, if I'll notice that when I'm reading this, you know, when I'm looking through it and such. But let me save the last one for me. All right, so there we go. That was Susano Oh. So check this out, my friends. There's a box I'm going to open here. I actually cut the sides off just because I know sometimes on these videos people take a long time to cut these open, and then people say, why don't you edit it and blah, blah, blah. So as people know, I don't edit my videos. I don't know how to edit. I'm going to have to learn, I guess. So I try to do everything in one long take. So by having the box pre-open or partly open, Japanese newspaper. Okay, so let me just I'll just open it up on the side and plop them on the table there. Excuse me a second. Wow, this is great. Okay, here we go. Man, oh man. This is this, my friends, is a brick of comics. There should be 12 here. Let's get to it, right? May have spent a really long time on that Susano Oh set. That was only 6 comics. This one is, like I said, it's 12. Yeah, this is a 12. Wow, a 12 set brick. Man, it's like Christmas right now. So let me open this up. Very nicely wrapped. Okay, what is this? I know what it is. It's a rhetorical question, folks. Let me take a quick drink here. So check that out. Hopefully it's not a, yeah, these are really they're beautiful, but they're shiny. And those overhead light is always a trick. Okay, oops, let me put that up a little bit. Okay, it looks like I'm looking at the screen there. So I'm sure someone can tell me what that is. Just yell it out. I can't hear you, but excuse me. Okay, so this is, wow, this is great. Devilman Saga. So you guys know Devilman comic from, let's see if these are numbered. For, oh yeah, 4, 5, 9. Man, like I said, it's like Christmas time. This is exciting when you get a box of stuff here. Man, these are all out of order, I think. But so the Devilman Saga. So Devilman came out in '72, the original storyline, and Go Nagai's done a couple of sequels since. You know, numerous sequels, side stories, 12, hang on a minute, 10, then I saw 9 over here, 9, 8, okay, I'm not complaining, but they're all out of order. It's all right. Like I said, I guess I could have 2, 5, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, that's 6. Okay, wow, look at this stuff, man. Let me just put this on the side so I can. So anyway, this is Devilman Saga. This is like the latest. Well, this originally started in, I think, 2014. Again, serialized in one of the manga magazines out there. And so I'm not sure how many years it ran, starting in 2014. But I eventually got all collected. I think this is all the volumes, number 12. I think it's just 12 volumes. So anyway, what this is a future version of Devilman. This is really cool armor. It's kind of like a Batman type. There's a Batman type look to it. But it takes place in 2025, and there's a version of Akira Fudo, the main character from Devilman. Yuki Fudo is his name. Fudo, same last name as Akira Fudo. So, like, I don't know if it's a reincarnation of him or just like another version, but it takes place in the future. Again, I read this online. I think that's him there. And instead of just getting possessed by a demon, he gets, I guess, possessed by this demon armor, which is kind of interesting idea. You know, more futuristic. Where I think the guy works at a robotics company. So, you know, it's like a parallel story where there's, you know, I guess these are the demons. Yeah. And again, this is, oh my gosh, there's, remember Serene from Devilman? So it's an interesting idea, just the concept of it, without having gone through the whole book. Again, like I said, Go Nagai, hey, I want to do a, kind of redo the story of Devilman set in the future. So it's like a whole new timeline, I guess, if we want to get all, you know, comic booky or movie, you know, timelines, a new timeline. But for readers of the original Devilman story, you know, some things will sound familiar, look familiar, but just like a different spin on it. So, you know, this came out in 2014. Go Nagai, you know, by then he's in his, what, must be late 60s, mid 60s. You know, again, layouts, rough layouts. Is there any layouts, or does he just write a plot? I don't know. And I'm not saying this critically. I'm just, you know, because the art looks different. Again, he's gonna have different assistants, but yeah, I'd be curious to see like a layout page. Is it just like an indication, the head's here, the shoulders, or is it drawn more like a little more detail and all this stuff? But you know, no doubt, you know, there's still that team of assistants, and you know, the man's definitely, you know, at this point a veteran. Wow, look at this guy. Never go wrong with the character like in a trench coat, but then it's like a robot face. So I guess the premise, a lot of this, you know, it's demons, but not like organic demons, flesh and blood, or scales and hair and horns, but robotics, right, and armor. So that's kind of really going to be fun getting into this whole, you know, checking out this whole series. So let's, here's volume 1, volume 2. Man, if you can tell, so it's like a matte, flat black, and then it's like this embossed, the characters are embossed. You can actually feel texture on them, and it's got the glossy color on it. Volume 3. So I'm not sure who she is yet, but from what oh no, yeah, it's just a cover. And then there's like a lot of manga, you get a couple of color pages in the beginning of the books, which is always interesting. I always thought that was an interesting concept. It's not just Go Nagai books, it's all, any manga will have this sequence. Yeah, I'm really liking the design on the character, at least for this version of it. It's this suit of armor. And it's just, yeah, it's basically Devilman silhouette, the wings, and then that, you know, that head, the headgear. But it's a suit he's wearing, some type of bioorganic metallic suit. And oh, I guess that's Rio, right, from the original series, who turned out to be his best friend Rio, who turned out to be Satan. So Rio shows up, and I understand Miki is in there. Here is his female girlfriend, or maybe his friend, and then kind of girlfriend. It was never really established. I know he was in love with her in the original Devilman. It was very chaste, I guess, back then. But Miki's in here too. So like the three primary characters, you know, show up in this new version here, and I'm sure a lot of the other characters, maybe in you know, a lot of the demons. There's Rio. Yeah, we're getting here into giant monsters, and it's like a new version of Serene. Yeah, definitely, that's her. So yeah, this is again a future Devilman. Well, it came out in 2014, right? So, but now we're in 2020, and 2025 is coming up in 5 years. So, it's always interesting to see, like, when you read a future story, like, then when that year actually comes, like, okay, what shape are we in? Although we got enough turmoil today in the world, right? Jeez, you know, since last episode I did, you know, then we had that horrible, you know, that police killing, and then the subsequent protests and everything. So, yeah, like I said, this is our escapist literature, but sometimes you're looking at all the chaos going on in the world in here, then you're thinking, oh, wait a minute, you know what? I can look outside the window and inside of our institutions and see just as bad, or it's actually worse because it's real. But anyway, this is volume 4, and I'm thinking that might be Miki. I think in this one they're married. The Akira character and Miki. So yeah, it's interesting. It's like this, I don't know, this corporation, and you know, it's kind of reminded me of just as I'm talking, not like the art or anything, of Alien, right? What's the corporation in the Alien series? How you know, they find the alien, they're trying to harvest it or whatever. So just the fact that it's a corporation and they find this, you know, these armored demon relics. But again, I think in this story, Akira's a good guy. Wow, look at that interesting design. I thought she looked normal earlier. Now she's a black silhouette, her head at least. Wow, that's great. Just the head. Wow. Yeah, demon action here showing up. Number 4. Number 5. Man, this is a great, like a 12-volume set. Number 5. Is there oh, not every book has color pages. I mean, it's got this title card, but it doesn't have color in the beginning. Okay, interesting. Is it anywhere else in the book? No. Okay. I thought all the other ones had color. Oh, this is confused me when I first opened the box. So this is number 5. So this is number 6. Because I couldn't read Japanese, I go, was that wrong? But then I do remember when I saw this online, like, oh, that's neat. It's upside down. Reminds me of a bat. I mean, that's right. That's a Batman now. Yeah, there he is again. Yeah, definitely playing with that bat look. That's interesting. So, yeah, this will be, no, it's just 12 issues 12 books to go through. So, again, you know, Go Nagai, bad guys, weirdos, evil people. Yeah, a lot of weirdos. Oh, here we go. Here's a demon for you. Oh, wait, is he upside down here for some reason? No. Yeah, he is here, but I thought he was maybe like that first Batman movie with Michael Keaton when he's hanging upside down. So yeah, this is Devilman Saga. Like I said, I spent most of the episode on the first series of books, but like I said, I always try to keep these to about 35, 40 minutes. But this is just, you know, sharing with you some stuff I got in. Here's the, these tags aren't all the books. I guess it's a bookmark, but then it's got info on it. either for the book or other books to order. Or so yeah, this is what interests me a lot about the Devilman Saga in general, not just the Devilman Saga series, miniseries here, is that he, Go Nagai, he does do these expansive. What's Devilman now? 40 from 72. It's gonna be Devilman will be 50 years in 2022. So, excuse me. He's got this expansive multiverse, basically, of like I said, this is an this is an alternate take on Devilman, because in the series Akira dies in the original book. And if you saw Devilman Crybaby, if you haven't, there was the big spoiler alert of the year. But I mean, come on, that series is 50 years old now. But so yeah, again, you can just reinvent the character, put him in a different timeline, bring the other characters aboard, and then do a different spin on your original version. I mean, I like that. Oh wow, this is an interesting character. Where's she at? She had no eyes at all. Where am I? Where is it? I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't want to take too much time. But wow, did I imagine that? Anyway, all right. There's something else here. Oh wait, so now we got color in the middle. I don't know who that is. Kind of reminded me of Cutie Honey, another one of his characters. Yeah, so we got color right in the middle of the book. Interesting. Okay. Wow, this is an interesting page. You never go wrong with a giant eyeball, I always say. Well, it looks like one of those, what's it? Boy, I hope I don't blow the name. Gustave Doré? Those engravings of hell and such. Dante's Inferno. Wow, that's great. Again, this 12 page. These are 12 volumes of artwork. It is different than the Susano Oh, that 70s prime work of his. Yeah, the character designs definitely, they got to be on model, basically. Rio looks like the Rio from the other series. But, it's a more modern style of art, I guess. Even though it's still got that Go Nagai cartoony character design, which it's one of the things I love about the work. But yeah, so anyway, volume 9, 10, 11, and 12. Here's another thing: when you buy manga in Japan, there's always this little band around it, promotional band, right? The title's on there, but it's got a little extra stuff here. I don't know if that's interior art or the next book or whatever. I hope it's not the next book, because then I'd be missing it, right? But yeah, that's Devilman Saga. So here we go, 12. There we go. Confuse you with that. So one's upside down and one's not. But anyway, this, like I said, this is part 1, because I actually have a couple of more Go Nagai series coming. Yeah, it's been a long time. I over the years I've picked up pieces here and there where I could find them. And then just sometimes it's like, you have so many interests, and then sometimes you put one thing aside and you go on to other interests and other things you're doing in life. And then sometimes you kind of go back to, what? Let me go back and re-look at this one artist and all his work. So I just got on this groove where I found some pretty good prices on a lot of these sets. So that's what these are. So, well, I got the 12-volume Devilman Saga collection here. Excuse me, what a mess here. But anyway, I'm looking forward to going through and looking at all these and the Susano Oh stuff and the other books I got coming in. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this. This is a little different unboxing for me, and I'll be doing a few more of these. And thanks for coming back and watching. Thanks for being patient, since last episode. Don't forget to look at that mini bonus episode that came out a day or two ago. And if you're watching for the first time, welcome. Please subscribe to watch the other Go Nagai unboxing videos, but also my other, check out my other stuff I do. I do a lot of stuff on my comics, drawing demos, different things like that. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.